More young adult nonsense. The train's just not stopping. The Divergent Series Allegiant. So Allegiant's the third chapter in this young adult series of Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, things. In this chapter, Triss, played by Shailene Woodley, and her crew, they all get out of Chicago into this barren-ass red wasteland of shit. They meet up with Jeff Daniels and a bunch of people out there, and then they find out, oh, hey, the world, it can be great again. And here we are. I almost don't know how to explain it, man. How do you explain to somebody that in this movie, they have the ability to watch anything that anybody is doing from cameras that don't even exist? But seriously, it's like the third chapter in these young adult novels. They have to flip it up and make it completely different than the other two. Really, nothing in this movie gripped me. I was watching a movie play out in a way that I knew it would play out. Third chapter in a YA adaptation. How do you think it's gonna play out? Just like this. Look at that, we're still being lied to. Look at that, Shailene Woodley is the only hope for the universe. This movie reminded me a lot of the Scorched Trials. Like right when they first got out there into their wasteland, I was like, I've seen this. I've seen this movie. It wasn't even that long ago I saw it. And I was done with it after the Scorched Trial, and I'm done with it now. I can't say the movie lacks imagination, because there's some shit in here that makes zero sense whatsoever. It can only be conjured from somebody who just has an absurd imagination, even if that imagination makes them write things that it doesn't make any sense. The only character I really liked in this movie was Miles Teller. Ever since the first one, if I could think back, I kind of liked the fact that he was kind of a shithead. And in this movie, he's still kind of a snarky shithead, but he adds something to this movie that otherwise just wouldn't even be there. I really feel like that the actor is the reason for that level of interest. Can't help but think that Miles Teller saw the script and he's like, well, if I'm gonna be in this wreck, I'm gonna have fun with it. The bummer is Shailene Woodley isn't that interesting. She doesn't carry the movie that well. At this point, she's just phoning it in like, all right, let's get some paychecks. The fact is, Triss, that's her character's name, even in Triss's most dire moments, those moments where you're just like, oh, we need to root for Triss right now. You don't really root for her. You just watch her go through the motions in a wooden format. I'm not gonna lie, you see when I'm getting this review up, I procrastinated on this one. I debated whether or not I wanted to watch it, but I was like, all right, hey, let's watch the movie. And even now, isn't this the last one? Isn't it supposed to end here? Apparently not, because it doesn't end in any fashion that makes you think there's not going to be another one. But if we're talking about the sloppy nature of the construction of this movie, even how the movie ends, it looks like it's building up to an ending, and then all of a sudden it just kind of end credits. Oh, all right. End credits. Could have gone for a better musical cue right there to really hammer in the end credits, but okay, I guess now we're watching end credits, and let's just all leave. God, let's leave. Guys, in the end, Divergent, Allegiant, Insurgent, Third. It's a phoned-in saga in a world where young adult adaptations are a dime a dozen, and you don't have to make them well for them to make money. You can just phone them in. This movie knows that, and it exploits it perfectly. And in the end, you're not going to remember this movie in T-1 day. Yep, already forgot. All right, so what is the worst young adult film adaptation for you? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.